Yes.
Now, is this your first visit to Baltimore?
It is not my first visit. We come up one or two times a year. We do a couple of dance organization dances, you know.
But this is the first time to this area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
It's lovely. The people really get down around here. We like that. Yes.
You know, I was surprised that from the word go, people came out of their seats and onto the floor. Is that because they're familiar, or what? Or is it the music?
Well, I hope it's the music. It's probably a little both, because I do see some familiar dancers out there.
I see.
Yeah. But hopefully it's both.
So is this what you do all year round?
It is. Can you imagine? It is.
Well,
yeah.
you certainly do make a go at this. To do this all year round, where is it coming from?
Well, sometimes I wonder myself. But the music is like sometimes you could be dead dog tired, and you start playing and people start dancing, and you just find the energy to just rock. Yeah, it comes from inside.
Do you ever do slow music? Because
I do.
It's non-stop go.
Well, we kind of judge the crowd sometimes, but we do a few slow ones sometimes.
You do.
But I noticed there's a lot of the hardcore dancers, and you got to keep it pumping for those guys.
How long have you been doing this?
Wow, let's see, since '94.
What got you into this?
Wow. My parents used to listen to what they call French la-la music, and they used to go dancing at a place called Richard's Club in La Salle, Louisiana. And every weekend they're like, oh, we're going to dance to Zydeco, or the French la-la, like they would call it. So I've been hearing it and I guess, watching dancing for all my life. It's just part of, I guess, the Creole, heritage and things like that. Yeah.
So then somebody tells you that you're good at the musical area and you jumped into it. What?
My mother always sang in the choir, but other than that, no one in my family ever played instruments or sang or did anything. I always wanted to be a writer, so that's what I call myself. I'm a writer that play a little bit, So.
How did you get into xylophone?
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, my parents dragged me to the Zydeco when I was 16, and the late great Buzu Chavis was on stage, and he was jamming. There was young people, old people, just every age group, and they was just having so much fun, and I couldn't believe the fun I was missing all that time, And so, pretty much when I seen Buzu up on that stage, and he had his cowboy hat on, always had his butt wise and things, and he was just pulling out accordion, and I just kind of fell in love with the music right there.
And you went to playing the xylophone?
Zydeco? No. Actually, I met my ex-husband that night, and he had accordion hanging around the house, and when he would go off to work, I just had my daughter. She was a tiny little baby, and I was sitting home, pretty bored. He was off to work. Pick up his accordion, and back then it was cassettes. I would put in a Zydeco cassette and see if I could learn, and I just started kind of teaching myself by ear secretly during the work hours of the day, One day he came home from work and said, guess what I could do? And I played him a couple of songs. He was floored. He couldn't believe it. So he moved on to bass guitar. His dad was always on the washboard, and had a nephew on drums. I still have my nephew on the washboard now.
One on the washboard?
Yeah, that's my nephew. Yeah, and so I went to Floyd Swallow in Ville Platte, Louisiana, and showed him a few songs what we had, and he decided to take a chance on us and release my first CD back then.
What year was that?
94.
94.
Yeah.
And ever since you've been hitting it?
Ever since. When I think back, it's like, wow, so many years flew by. I can't believe,
Do you ever speak French Creole?
Very seldomly. My parents, that's all they speak. You'll seldomly hear them speak English. So, but as kids going to school, it wasn't really, you shouldn't really speak it in school. So we just kind of dropped it. So we understand it. We used to pretend not. Because we knew when we was in trouble, because our parents would start speaking in French, We knew what they were saying. No, we just pretended we didn't.
What happens on Mardi Gras this year?
Big old Mardi Gras, wow. It just depends on where we're booked. We all, we're just traveling basically normally for Mardi Gras. We're on the road.
Yeah, but you don't do anything special when that day arrives, do you?
If I'm home, there's this, I live in Iota, Louisiana, and there's this, it's called Timamu Mardi Gras there, and they do a really big festival there. So if I'm home, but unfortunately not too often, if I'm home, we go to that festival. It's really nice.
I can imagine what it's like.
It's pretty cool.
Are you being mild about that?
It's pretty cool. It's a very small town where I am. It's not like the New Orleans thing. It's very less than that. I don't even do the New Orleans thing. That's a bit much for me.
So let me ask you another question. Do you ever sing in French or French Creole?
Yes, a few of my songs I do some French.
Are you going to do any tonight?
I did a little earlier, but I could do a little more. Yes, I will.
I'd like you to say something to me in New Orleans French Creole and translate that for me.
Okay. I don't want to say something cheesy like most people always like, let's let le bon temps rouler, let's good time roll, But let's see, what would be something that's not so cheesy like that? Let me think, because I don't really speak much French, so I would have to think about that.
Something that your parents would say to you that they didn't think you understood, but you did.
Oh. I can't say that probably because it was something about spanking some butt. So I don't think that would be appropriate for me to say. Let me think of something else. Well, something very cute would be like, oh, fedoto, it's like, oh, go to sleep, little baby, you know, fedoto. And I still do that with my grandbabies, fedoto, fedoto. So that's sweet.
Have you ever had a concert in the front of a Haitian?
No,
You haven't.
I haven't.
So you haven't been to D.C. and sang at a place where the Haitians are plentiful, or in New York?
No, I go to New York quite a bit, but I never get to play for the Haitians.
Ooh, wow.
I've never been like in front of a group of Haitians. Now, isn't the language a little similar? I'm asking questions.
Well, you're asking someone who really, I don't speak
You don't speak.
Haitian or the French people from New Orleans, but I know there is a connection there.
Yeah, they tell me it's kind of like a patois
Right.
or
It's a
something.
patois, exactly. And so, what's big for you now as the years come by? What are you planning?
Wow. Actually, in a couple of days, I'll be recording another CD, and I should have one release any day. Thank you. Any day now, my new release will be out. It's going to be called Slap Your Mama. And it's going to be on the JST Records out of England.
England?
Yeah, that's my second one with that company.
Oh, they record here and they do the product in
We
English?
actually record it ourselves, and then we ship it to them, and they do the mixing and mastering.
Wow. So here's something for us to look forward to from you again.
Yes. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. We have some really rocking stuff on this one, and the title cut Slap Your Mama is typical me that they will say, Rosie, you know, we kind of like those sexy songs. So that one is kind of like that. So.
Now, I like your bass guitarist. How important is he to this whole thing? Because he sounds really good.
He is the legendary Chucky Bush, and a lot of people probably recognize him from playing with the late great Boja. And he's like the most famous bass player in Zydeco, definitely. And oh my God, he's a monster. When he's on the stage, I barely have to even play, because when you have somebody like that, you know, he got you covered. He's definitely the best.
It was certainly a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, it was really sweet to talk to you.
Going to the street. I wonder if she ever sleeps. You know she's always doing this all day. Girl, won't you try to care? Have you seen her? The girl kept leaving. Now have you seen her? The girl kept leaving.